truly a terrible idea.
I've been training her since she was a pup. We have a special bond.
This was a bad idea.
Just a little bit.
Hey. Whoa. What the hell are you doing? I got something. Keeps going in and out.
Turn and fight!
They're coming over me!
Get to the station!
It's too far.
We ain't out of the woods yet.
Aloha! This is Trinidad the Island Man, your Island Man, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best movie reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And yes, this is Trinidad the Island Man, your Island Man. And today, opening weekend of the new movie with Jason Statham, Meg 2, The Trench. And remember our rating scale, shock a thumbs up. It's good to see, I recommend it. Shock a thumbs down, it's junk, I don't recommend it. And for Meg 2, The Trench, it is overall a shock a thumbs up. Let me just say, I believe my review of the first Meg was also a shock a thumbs up. And well, they definitely go harder, bigger, and badder in this movie. Let me just say, what could Jason Statham do to top what he did in the last movie, where he single-handedly took out a Meg? Well, he takes out 3 Megs. And not only are 3 Megs a threat in this movie, but also there's a giant octopus. Oh my goodness. Wow. Now, you know, if you had a hard time believing the first movie, you'll definitely have a hard time believing this movie as well. There are a lot of things that stretch the bounds of realism in this, but you know, it's all good. Let me just say, Jason Statham goes into this trench where the Megs live. 25,000 feet beneath sea level. And there's a part of it, very much like the abyss, where he has to go out of the airlock without his protective suit. Basically, to get down there, these guys are wearing spacesuits almost to be able to stand the pressure and everything. But Jason Statham, does he need that? No. He goes, he just holds his breath. Oh, I can do it, you know. Oh my God. You know, they try to explain it, you know, and rationalize that, oh, you know, this is possible, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe it. I don't believe, you know, I think 25,000 feet under the sea, the pressure alone would have crushed him like an aluminum can. Very much like what we've unfortunately seen in that submarine that was taking those tourists, those rich tourists, down to see the Titanic recently, within the last month. But, you know, speaking of that, this is kind of the scenario behind part 2, the Meg, the Trench. In the very first one, it was they were looking to explore just one rich man on a quest to pierce this thermal layer that keeps megalodons and such out of our upper part of the oceans and keeps us safe. And apparently giant octopuses as well, or octopi, I guess. but along with a host of other nasty creatures. This one, Jason Statham remains a key member of this corporation from the first movie, but it's been taken over by the son, who was in the first of the man who owned the company in the first one, after his tragic death. It's not exactly explained. I can't remember in the first one if he had died or not. But you know, he dies. His son's now running the company. Him and Statham are friends, and they run this company. Basically, it's a Chinese oceanographic institute for ocean studies and protecting the oceans. We open up. Jason Statham is in on a top secret mission to stop these polluters in the Philippine Sea from dumping nuclear waste in the oceans. Cut to later on, when he's still doing the research of that trench with the megalodons, we find out that this company, through excessive grants and donations, and you know, probably government funding in addition, have multiple submarines, these exosuits, like spacesuits, that they can actually get out of the subs 25,000 feet beneath the ocean without being crushed, and, you know, explore firsthand under the ocean. Come to realize, and a little bit of spoilers in this movie, that one of the corporations, one of the corporate donors to this company, this foundation, turns out to be bad and exploits this undersea technology so that they can have pirates, pretty much, underneath the oceans, unbeknownst to this oceanographic institute to protect the oceans, secretly mining for minerals, high-tech, advanced components that will be made out of these super rare minerals found only deep on the ocean's floor within this trench area. And it is that which disturbs that delicate ecosystem that allows these megalodons to rise to the surface, along with this giant octopus as well, and wreak havoc again on, you know, the small islands within the Philippine Sea and the surrounding area. Jason Statham, so not only does he have to deal with giant sharks, giant octopus, but also pirates as well. He really has his, hard time cut out for him, and fortunately, with the help of his friends in this movie, he is able to defeat all of that and come out on top, rescuing many people. This movie is part Aliens, part The Abyss, part of multiple Jaws movies. There's even certain quotes that, are kind of reminiscent of the Jaws movie, like "Smile, you son of a bitch," before exploding a shark, etc. Kind of very, very similar to that. So they were tapping all of these kind of movies to make this. And, honestly, this is probably going to be Jason Statham's best and only closest to outer space movie, outer space alien monster movie that we're going to get. Because like I said, when he's under the water in that suit, it's pretty much a space suit, pretty much on a remote, distant planet or the likes of it. And while, there's lots of action, quasi super science that stretches everything and tries to explain what's going on. But all you need to know is Jason Statham is there for you, so you can be protected from these megalodons. I don't know what Jurassic World was thinking in the last movie, 3 years ago, but this is definitely the way that you do it in the future, taking on these Jurassic dinosaur sharks, even so much in the fact that they copy the beginning where we see a megalodon just attack on the beach a Tyrannosaurus Rex, chomping him to bits. This movie spares no punches in stealing from other movies and unfortunately doing it better than those original movies like the recent Jurassic World movie did. And it's far, far more interesting and better. And Jason Statham is ready to helm. I say he can do another one of these. This is a franchise that can continue to be mined just like the Jurassic World and far superior to the most recent installment of Jurassic World that we got. Universal, you're in big trouble. These guys, the Meg and Jason Statham are gunning for you. All right, so again, shock a thumbs up for the Meg 2, The Trench. Check it out. It's fun for the whole family. You and your son can go see this this movie and have some laughs and and root for Jason Statham, you know, blowing up these sharks however he can, you know, going hand to hand if he has to. You know, it's all right there and exciting to watch. All right, mahalo and aloha.